I'm bulletproof and know what I'm doing.
Just stop it. We did enough.
We done?
This is the Munchie Podcast.
Open up the champagne. It's Piglet Posse.
Pork Podcast, episode 12, right?
Yes.
And I'm back.
I think, yeah. Austin's back, so we don't
I'm
have
back.
camera shy Josh. He's probably never coming
you.
back on
Oh,
a video.
I'm back, y'all.
Poor Josh, but we probably don't want him on. It's not rolling, is it?
It doesn't have the white light, so
I know.
you can go check it.
Oh wait, because we're actually in good lighting.
Oh!
Now that we're back in our regular setup.
So we're not going to be able to know if we're recording or not.
Watch you not be recording.
Probably won't be recording right now. I wish there was like some way to like just see like the camera somehow. Oh
Yeah,
well.
with the other camera.
Anyway,
Apple, go with the
so
program.
we have a new format, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. So we are deciding to drop the whole like sections thing, and we're turning the entire podcast into just Piggy Talk. We're just going to talk about like select topics from each of our categories that we care about, and just have it more chill.
More chill, yeah.
More
Because we
chill.
saw like, though last week was kind of a disaster. Like we lost so much footage. It was like, oh no, you know?
Yeah.
It was kind of nice to have this one long piggy talk. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't
Apparently,
watch
a lot
it,
of you guys like the format of us just chilling and talking about things that we actually care about instead of it being information.
Yeah, I heard it was good. I didn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't watch.
So
it.
when you see the Pork Podcast, it'll have like in parentheses piggy talk. We're probably just gonna slowly shift it over just to piggy talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll just be piggy talk. All
Alright.
right. So let's talk about the. Okay. Also, I want to put in there the last 15 minutes of this podcast is going to be Batman vs Superman full spoilers.
Full spoilers.
Full spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the movie, just stop like 15 minutes short.
Yeah,
Right,
and
click
if you
away.
only listen to the timestamps, then the timestamps will probably say spoilers if I'm feeling generous.
Yeah, we'll do non-spoiler talk though too.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. What happened this week, guys?
Big
a
one
lot.
that happened. Kind of funny. The Greg Miller. Greg Miller. He like broke off from IGN.
The good members of IGN.
Yeah, the good members of IGN have joined a company called Rooster Teeth.
Woohoo!
Rooster Teeth. They made Red vs Blue, Ruby, X-Ray, and Vav.
A lot of good shows.
A lot of good shows. And
Is this just like a temporary
No,
partnership?
No, it's
see what happened was that Rooster Teeth first they acquired Funhouse, and then they
Funhouse.
acquired Screw Attack,
Screw Attack.
and now they have Kind of Funny.
Now they're just becoming a big multi-channel network.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that because
Sort of-
I like kind of funny being kind of smaller.
It's a good move for
Yeah,
Kind of Funny.
Honestly,
What's good move? Good move for them. I mean, it's just like
yeah.
more
I'm sure they'll break
exposure.
up eventually because I know Rooster Teeth did this before with another. Wasn't it? Who was it? Rooster Teeth. Oh, was it? Oh, that's right. I'm just confused. They had a website called Red vs Blue before they became Rooster Teeth. That's
Yeah.
like an origin story, but
No.
I'm sure they'll break off again once they get bigger. They're doing this for publicity, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is what
Kind
it
of Funny is a really good channel.
Yeah, but it's very
I
exciting.
like kind of funny.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him on Rooster Teeth because Rooster Teeth is also a very good company.
There's a lot of publicity for them. For
Yep.
sure.
I agree. Was there any good new music? Or not music.
Good music.
Game.
Some good music.
There has actually been some good music this week. We can talk about that.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's
it.
talk
now
about
that-
music now.
Now that this is just chill, we can just
Yeah.
talk about whatever. Lucas Graham, the guy who was saying 7 years, he released
Oh,
an
yeah.
album, and all of his songs are like so different. Like I don't even know what kind of like genre to consider his music.
Alternative,
Is that what they're gonna call it though?
probably.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm sure the category is that.
Because like it's gotten picked up, and so it could technically be called pop, but I don't feel right calling it pop because it's just
No.
so different from anything I've ever heard. But his songs are really good and varied.
Yeah.
My favorite song is "Better Than Yourself." I showed Anthony that.
Yeah, that was a good
earlier in
song.
the week.
It's about prison.
Yeah, it's about his best friend.
Yeah.
He went to prison and stuff.
He's a rough guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
He had
from
a hard
Denmark.
life. Oh, he's from Denmark?
Yeah.
Wow. Big scary. How many black neighborhoods are in Denmark?
Can we say that on here?
Good
I don't know.
question.
Is he?
That's not racist.
He
no,
seems
it's
like it's not. I'm just saying. He seems like a ghetto kid from Denmark. Like.
Well, I mean, he's got like long hair too, but I don't know. He's got a good voice, and that's what matters, right? Is there any other good songs out there? I don't think so.
I can't wait to see him like just bring out the golden the golden brass knuckles. Be like, "Oi, what you gonna say now?"
All of a sudden, he just like turns to rap. Like his next album is just completely different, and it was like hillbilly, like country music. He just like does all the genres.
That made me laugh so hard.
He'd be a legend.
He would be pretty. John.
Can we
Legend.
talk about? Okay, so do you guys listen to 98.9 ever?
Yeah.
Okay, so on 98.9, they like to do this thing where they like have their own jingle for every song. So like specific songs have their own jingle. So for like "Love Yourself" by Justin Bieber, it's like 98.9. Music 98.9 Magic FM, and then it goes straight into the Justin Bieber song, and they're like so proud that they like discovered like how they should do this. So literally, Love Yourself is on the radio like 3 times every hour. Like, I'm, like, searching through the channel, and I'm like, 96.1, Hotline Bling, yet again, okay? Because 96.1 is, like, the ghetto one. Then you go to 99.9, and it's like, and there ain't no mountain. I'm like, okay, alright. So 98.9 is, like, the middle one. But then every time I go there, it's literally Justin Bieber. It's the same song. Because they're, like, so proud. And they do that every time. They do that stupid jingle. 98.9 music, 98.9 magic.
I'd be proud of that.
And then it's like, for all the times that you ran. And I was like, shut up! Like, congratulations! You can make a jingle with your station and then have the song incorporated into it.
What?
But do it for more songs. You don't literally have one song that you're proud of and then play it 5 times in 10 minutes!
I think we have to highlight this and put it in some video.
Look, I'd be proud of that, because I just get to listen to country, like, all the time, whenever my mom's car. Country, it's like the same song. It's like fried chicken, it's like, all country songs are the same. They all
Dude, like our chicken
sound the
fried.
same.
Cold beer on a Friday night.
Did he just make fun of chicken fried?
A pair of jeans that fit just right.
It's all the same song.
It's
Seriously,
all the same
look,
song.
look. I boiled country down to like a minimum.
My
Like,
big
th- th-
green tractor.
look, there's a checklist for country. I've listened to country so many times forcefully that I know the checklist. You need a tractor. You need women. You need beer. You need jeans. You need a guy that just got dumped. You need more
Taylor
alcohol.
Swift?
Yeah, it's
Literally
literally.
doesn't count anymore. She broke away.
Oh.
It's all the same though. Like
My favorite country song is that one where it's like, and they say money can't buy everything, but it can buy me a boat. Like, yeah, you're right. It can buy you a boat. Congrats.
Money can buy
You're
you-
rich enough because your stupid song that you can buy a boat.
Have fun sitting on the boat by yourself.
I know, exactly. Have fun sitting on the boat with the women you pay to be there. Like, gosh. So that's the problem with country music, except
it's all the same.
here in Colorado, Carrie Underwood had a concert this last week,
Yes,
and apparently it was really good. A lot of people went, but yeah.
I didn't go.
Carrie Underwood's like
Well,
kind
I
of
thought you did while you were in Maryland to a concert in Colorado.
Oh yeah, man, totally. I Skyped over to this concert. It was the best.
You're
People go.
Oh, yeah.
It's been.
Why
a
don't we
day.
talk about that, Austin? Why don't you talk about your experiences away from home?
All right, Maryland. Okay, I'll tell you guys what happened. Okay.
Oh wait, I want to know about the.
Okay, hold on. Before I get to this Maryland bit, I need to complain about malls. So,
Did he tell you about this?
I didn't hear about this.
oh my god. So I was in a mall in Maryland, right? We were like in one of the bigger ones. I think it was like at the state capitol or whatever. And I'm like walking around, and I noticed something. I see a Starbucks. I'm like, that's normal. Okay, a Starbucks. And I see another one. I turn the corner, and then there's another one. I'm just like,
So how
you
many
really
of it-
need 2? And then I turned around again. And there was a third one. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little stupid. And then there was one in the food court. Like there was 4 Starbucks.
In the
I counted
same mall.
in the same mall, and they weren't even like far away. So it was like, hold on. So it was like this diagonal thing.
Oh,
So it was like,
the camera
boom.
can totally see that.
It was like this. It was like Starbucks here. Turn, Starbucks here, Starbucks here, and then another one, and then there was one in the food court. Like how?
Wait.
What?
I have a question.
What?
Raise your hand.
I'm getting back into mode since we have to go back tomorrow.
Oh God, no! Don't say that.
Anyway, what's your
can I
student?
please talk? My hand is raised.
Mr. Joseph?
Did you get Starbucks?
I didn't get Starbucks. I'm against Starbucks
Wow.
because coffee is not good, but hot chocolate and tea though.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
I don't
So
think is there any actual like gaming news this week? We
Not
just
like
ranting
gaming.
about music for the last.
Music's alright. That's something we can add in there
Yeah,
once in a while.
music is good.
Yeah, I'm just eating jelly beans over here. Like, I like rant.
Yeah, whatever.
yeah,
Look at the music video for the end of this week. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
what
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What are
We
we gonna
picked
do?
that out.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys later.
All right, cool.
Oh no,
I'll
Anyways,
tell you it's movie related.
it's movie related.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Maryland, there was absolutely nothing in Maryland.
Really? Nothing.
It's just the most boring. It's like more boring than Kansas. It's like so every day it was just like
Kansas people, we love you. No, we're just kidding.
not to make
If
fun
you're
of.
from
Ooh,
Kansas,
you guys have Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. Ooh, so cool.
Look.
Yeah, I want to go to Kansas.
how are those tornadoes?
That's burn on Kansas.
That was burn on Kansas.
That's a burn on.
Yeah,
no,
take that, Kansas.
I mean, I love my
I'm
father.
just sending some wind. Kansas is way.
Like, I love visiting my
I hope the camera heard that.
I hope it did too.
We'll zoom in on your face during that.
so I love visiting my father, but Maryland is just a boring state. It's just like every day. It's like I'd wake up like at 12, and then it's like, yo, you want to go? Then it's like, yo, you want to go to the mall? I'm like, Dad, this is like the 5th time we've been to the mall. It's like, there may be something new there. It's like, I don't think they add new things every day.
That's what kids like, right? That's what they do. Yeah, they go to the malls.
I watched like.
Your dad's Cuban.
Okay, what other stories?
I watched 4 movies.
How was the internet up in Maryland?
Oh yeah.
Oh, because well, it's like.
Oh, my jelly bean.
The internet wouldn't be so bad if like people didn't play World of Warcraft all day on it.
You just the crumb of the jelly bean?
I know.
You just ate the crumb of the jelly bean. What?
Now he's gonna eat the crumb of the jelly bean too.
There's no jelly beans here.
No, he ate the crumb that was like the shelling of the jelly bean off the couch.
Who would eat the crumb of the jelly bean?
It was very delicious. Aw.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah, continue.
There was nothing in Maryland.
Continue with your internet.
Internet. Yeah, so it's like, it could be good if people weren't playing World of Warcraft all day on it.
Is this like, are you subtweeting someone? If you want to shout somebody out, then look at the camera at least, gosh.
Brandon, Julian, I'm talking to you. I love you, but, don't stop using all the internet, please.
Aww. Here, wait, we have to put the heart up.
We love you all.
Piglet Posse loves you.
Piglet Posse loves you. If you watch, I don't think you watch.
Well, I think this has been a good first section. We're gonna stop it right here. We've only got a little bit of time left, right?
Yeah. I set timers because we need to check the footage and stuff.
We have 4 minutes.
We have 4 minutes.
I think we're okay though.
Yeah,
we might as well check it.
There's some other stuff I want to talk about in the next section. So
okay,
we're gonna make a quick cut right here, and we'll be right back just to check the footage. Kazoo crew.
What
is this?
Ready?
Last night we all got kazoos.
Ouch!
Why did we get kazoos?
Okay, ready?
On Friday,
You didn't get one because you weren't there.
Oh,
and we're back.
All right, sorry.
Oh, we're back.
We had to make a quick cut there, but we're gonna continue on.
We're gonna edit the audio now.
There's no syncing.
Sync again.
There's no syncing.
One more time.
You can't just do. I guess you can't just.
I'm sorry, Austin's broken. We'll get a new one tomorrow.
Sync.
At least he's not camera shy.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to talk about the Lego Batman movie.
Oh my god.
That trailer was so good.
Both of the trailers were good.
I like how Will Arnett, the guy who's voicing Batman, he just straight up just does an impression of Christian Bale.
Yeah.
He's like, I heard it. And like even does like I imagine him in the booth, just like, I heard it. God, give me the lobster.
It was a good trailer though. If you haven't seen it, look it up.
Watch both of them. There was 2.
Oh, there is 2?
Yeah, it was like the day after the other one. He was like, you know what? My movie is so awesome, it needs another trailer.
I mean, whatever works.
Yeah,
right?
okay, so is it focusing on all like the Lego people though? Because it's gonna have Green Lantern.
Right.
It's basically Justice League movie with
I understand why they're doing Batman too, because that's like the most successful game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So they already have the popularity of the game.
Well, yeah, because the Lego Batman, games.
They've made like 3 of them.
Yeah.
They've had 4 actually.
3.
Right.
First one, then there's the second one, which is the whatever.
Voiced one, but not Jared Leto.
Right, it was the first voiced Lego game,
Baker.
and then the third one, Beyond Gotham.
Okay, fair enough.
With Conan O'Brien.
But he was, wasn't he in he was in the Lego movie game? So.
In Lego Dimensions.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, Lego Dimensions.
But we don't count that. I don't count that as a main game. That's a Skylanders,
Skylanders rip
off game. Yeah.
So I vote that Will Arnett, after Ben Affleck, is just Batman after that.
Will Arnett does not fit the build. He doesn't fit the build at all.
Can you imagine Will Arnett beating the hell out of Jared Leto in the movie?
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that stuck in the suit?
I'm uncomfortable. Let's move on. Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, they're reshooting Suicide Squad to make it more funny.
I'm not gonna mind.
I know exactly why they're doing it too, is because the first trailer is really dramatic and people were like, it looks alright. Then the second trailer came out and everyone was like, this is great.
With the music and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know the reason why they're doing it.
Why?
Because the backlash of Batman v Superman. Too dark. Too edgy.
True. Yeah.
I don't know. I saw a Twitter post.
But see, if any of them are going to be edgy, Suicide Squad should be the one to be edgy.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because that's all the villains. The villains are dark. They should be edgy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna lighten up Will Smith's character. I bet he's gonna be just kind of like the straight man.
He's basically just gonna be playing himself in
Fresh
Prince again.
Fresh Prince. Yeah, he's gonna be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air again. I bet they're gonna make Joker a little bit more maniacal and less creepy.
Yeah.
Can we talk about something now?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like a big reason why people will continue to hate DC films as they put them out is the fact that they're not staying with the same tone.
Huh.
So when all of them are together on screen, it's just not going to seem right. It's not going to line up.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because like with Marvel movies, it's not like you have one where it's like, oh, this one's going to be really dark, and then the rest of them are like, different. They're all the same tone. Like, they're not dark movies. They're upbeat, they're funny, you know, and they all match up.
Yeah, the only one that was kind of different was the first Captain America movie, which wasn't received well.
Right.
Because it was a historical fic. A lot of, like, drama and history.
Right, but every other film has matched up. And I feel like when DC does this, you know, they're like, oh, don't worry, because, yeah, Batman versus Superman was dark, but Aquaman won't be dark, and Suicide Squad is going to be funny. I don't see a scenario where they can match up all these things on screen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, going back to that Marvel thing, I mean, they don't really have the same tone. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was completely different.
But Guardians of the Galaxy is off from everything else, though.
Yeah.
That's not that team won't meet, but it's still the same.
Wars.
Right, it won't meet up until Infinity War, but even then, it's a similar tone.
But, like, look at the I think what Joey's trying to talk about, that it's not really tone you're looking for, it's more cinematography and the way it's filmed.
Okay, yeah.
The way it looks.
Well, you see,
visually, they all kind of, like, look like they'd fit together.
I mean, I'm kind of happy that DC's doing all these different things because Marvel's just kind of become formulated at this point. It's like, I don't mind
But I'd rather have that than have a complete disaster on screen once all of them come together. Because in Justice League, it's going to be... What are you going to expect?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I haven't
because
seen...
we're going to watch
I'm
Justice League...
expecting Ben Affleck to be great. I'm expecting Superman to talk like a caveman. I'm expecting Aquaman to be...
funny.
Upbeat, because his movie's going to be upbeat.
How's the movie going to be upbeat? Did you see him in Batman v Superman?
Did you hear what the... But
I know, but he's like the coolest character. If anyone should be dark, to be him. Because he's like...
I know,
he's
but
known
the report
for being...
came out saying that Aquaman was going to be an
I know,
upbeat movie.
but
that's my problem.
They're going to ruin that because he should be darker. Because look at Aquaman's history, alright? No one wants Aquaman. No one wants to be upbeat, alright? They need to, like, get rid of that reputation of him being funny, alright? Because if something funny happens in that movie, like, I remember this when he was wearing tights. And he had, like, the silly shirt.
That's what I'm so upset about. They're not going to pull it off, and then it's going to seem weird on screen because somebody will look out of place.
Well, I mean,
Flash is going to be a murder mystery.
Well, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like I don't mind seeing, like, different films. I mean, I don't mind, like...
But they shouldn't be in the same universe.
Well, hold on.
Is my point. If they're not going to meet up on screen, then I don't have a problem with it. When they're going to end up meeting up on screen, then someone is going to seem out of place, at least. More than one person.
Can they trash everything except for Batfleck? Just, like, have Suicide and Batfleck.
I mean, here's the thing. We really don't know where Suicide Squad kind of fits in this. Like, we don't know where this kind of fits in that.
So we know that Affleck's going to be Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's like, well, I think Suicide Squad takes place before Batman v Superman. It has to, right?
That makes sense.
I don't know.
I don't think it really matters.
But I don't think that matters based off of my point, though. My point is that you can't have all of these different kinds of movies. That's like, okay, that's basically like what they're doing with Star Wars, how they're off the one-shot films. Mm-hmm. You know how with those, they're making them different? Like, they said that Rogue One is going to have a different tone than, you know, the regular movies.
Yeah.
That's fine, because they're not connected.
Yeah.
You're never going to see the people from Rogue One meet up on screen for the same film. Yeah. When you have... Because we all know the Batman film is going to be dark.
Yeah.
Because it has to be a prequel.
That makes sense.
Right, it has to be a prequel, right?
And it has to be Batman.
And they've already confirmed...
And they also need to match Dark Knight.
Right.
Yeah.
They've already confirmed that Aquaman is going to be an upbeat movie, correct?
Yeah, that is confirmed.
And they've already confirmed that Suicide Squad, they are doing reshoots to make it funnier.
Yeah.
Was Batman vs. Superman funny?
Lex was pretty funny.
There is some part...
But the whole tone of the movie was dark.
Here's the thing about Batman vs. Superman. They tried to be funny. They weren't funny. The reason that they...
But it's too late.
The only reason they got any laughs out of that is because they're trying to be funny. Why are they trying to be funnier? That's the only kind of laughs they got out of any of that.
And that's the point. It's too late now. Yeah. It's too late to be like, oh, well... They can't be like with Captain America 1 where it was just like, oh, that was just that, and we can change it up to that because it had more than one hero on screen. They literally introduced all of their heroes in one movie with this certain tone. But then you're going to take a different tone with the same character you saw in that movie. Mm-hmm. You can't do that.
You can't.
Cause see that whole
that's like making The Dark Knight one way and then making The Dark Knight Returns a comedy. You can't do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you understand why I'm so concerned?
Yeah, I understand. But they didn't like flat out say, "Oh, Suicide Squad, it's just gonna be a comedy." No, it's like it's gonna have dark elements. It's like they're just trying to make it more upbeat to match that trailer.
When they say they're reshooting, they're probably just changing a few lines here and there, like to add like a few lines in there.
I don't know. I'm just saying that at this point in time, I'm really concerned with the DC universe, and it's not because of Batman versus Superman necessarily. I'm concerned because
that I'm scared.
Yeah, but That's not. I'd be okay with every movie having a darker tone, but then having upbeat moments. But now they've had their dark film, and now they're saying that they're going to do other things. You need to keep the same tone in the same universe. You can't change things around. It just doesn't work.
I mean, I'm scared for Suicide Squad because I want to love it.
Yeah,
I want this to be my favorite.
That
DC
has to be
film.
good, man.
I want it to be my favorite.
Yeah, it has to be good, or I don't know what's gonna go on with DC.
What's the best DC movie that came? Probably all the Dark Knights, right?
Dark Knight trilogy.
Dark Knight. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dark Knight is the best.
That's like its own breed, though. You know,
but it was still DC.
It was still
Yeah,
DC film.
I say the Dark Knight is my favorite.
Dark Knight is also my favorite.
What about you?
I like Batman '89.
Batman '89 was good, and so is Batman Returns.
Yeah, because I love Danny DeVito. He was just excellent.
You see, it's like Batman just works well with film.
See, that's the thing that makes me sad about Nolan's films. Is that I wish they would have gotten extended. Because I want to see what he would have done with the other villains.
I would have liked to see him put more like magical elements, like how he would do like Doctor Freeze. I mean, whatever. Mr. Freeze.
I don't think he would have. Well, I guess he was kind of going more to the magic-y side. Wasn't he? He wasn't going magic-y. He was going cult.
You know, like with Raj Al Ghul, it was kind of starting like at this cult-ish magic thing.
It wasn't magic. They never necessarily showed any magic.
Well, they kind of hinted at it a while, a little.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
Batman.
I'm concerned with DC right now.
I am too.
Yeah.
After watching the movie,
It's worth. It's no being scared.
Let's give our first impressions, and then we'll
Alright,
cut,
so
and then we'll go.
Here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna talk. This is the non-spoiler section of Batman v Superman.
Then we'll cut,
And there's gonna
and
be
then
a
we'll
cut,
come back.
and then we'll tell you when there's gonna be spoilers. We promise.
Yeah, we'll give you.
It's gonna be very, very clear. As long as you have ears, it's gonna be very clear with the rhymes
There you go.
on the dime.
Oh, but if you don't want to listen to the Batman vs Superman spoilers because you haven't seen the movie yet, make sure to skip to the end because our song this week is gorgeous.
It's pretty good.
So I guess we will have some use out of the timestamps. Oh, by the way, timestamps down below.
Yeah, we'll still have timestamps. We're just
all the way.
we're not making it as informational and structured. We just want to chill.
We just want to have more fun with this. Basically.
Yeah, because there's other things in the world than music, film, and then whatever the heck we want to talk about, which is usually statistics. Yeah.
Oh yeah, want to talk statistics?
Huh? We've got 73 subscriibers.
Batman vs Superman.
We're 30 away. We're 30.
We're less than 30 subscribers away from 100.
That's crazy.
Our goal was to make it the personal goal I set, and I talked to you guys about it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted us to hit 100 subscribers by the end of May.
And we laughed at you, but maybe we won't be laughing.
Yeah.
If you guys have friends who aren't subscribing to the channel, or you're watching this and you're not subscribed to the channel yet for whatever reason, because there's 50% of you out there. I know. I'm the statistics guy.
You looked at the statistics.
Yeah. Please subscribe because we're always pumping out content, and summer's coming up soon, and the content is going to be real.
This is gonna get intense, so I'm gonna.
Okay. All right. So first impressions, non-spoiler. You're not allowed to give away anything that happens.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Just say who you liked, but don't say why.
I like Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck did amazing.
I
He's
agree.
literally the saving grace of that movie. But otherwise, they tried some things. I give them credit because they had some really good things going.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of nope, just kidding. They didn't. They kind of wimped out because they stuck something like, oh my god, that's really cool. I can't believe they're actually doing that. And then they didn't go through with it, sort of thing. So should we just give it a number of views? I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
Okay. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 because I know that you didn't, but I liked the guy who played Alfred, Jeremy Irons.
Okay.
I liked his performance.
We'll talk about that in the spoiler.
Yeah.
Why I don't like him.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I liked Ben Affleck. If you didn't like Ben Affleck in this film, then
You're crazy.
Yeah,
I think he rivals Bale.
I think he's better than Bale. I think he's the best Batman ever.
Really?
And I know you don't. You don't agree with
Keaton.
that because you like the oldies.
Well, not necessarily. I like Keaton necessarily.
I agree.
I don't like.
I like Ledger more than Nicholson.
Yeah.
But I like Keaton more than Bale.
Okay, I would actually put Bale before Keaton on my list. I didn't like Keaton actually.
You didn't?
No,
And
there was just something about him that I didn't like.
I feel like Keaton was a better Wayne.
Oh, definitely.
No.
Oh, well, no, but Bale was the better Wayne.
No.
I like
Bale
Keaton.
was the better
Here's the
Wayne.
thing about Keaton I liked about him. He was more human. I felt
He was more human.
He was more
The
human.
reason why I put Affleck above both of them is because I felt like he played Batman and Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh,
as
He
a
played-
combo.
yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like he was playing two different personas.
Yeah.
He kept the same person for both parts of it.
Oh,
I got that mixed up, by the way. I think, you're right. Bale was a better Wayne. Because Bale's Batman was not great.
No.
And then Lex. I have loved Lex. When I keep thinking about this movie, and I saw it like a week and a half ago, I still love Lex's performance. And I know that people didn't like it, and we'll talk about that in the spoiler section a lot. It's probably going to be a longer section.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to talk about, but yeah. So Affleck was good. Irons was good. and Jesse Eisenberg was good, and everybody else was complete crap.
Especially Superman. We'll talk about that though.
Yeah.
Actually, can I just say something about Superman?
No.
Caveman talk.
God.
Okay, continue.
All right, I give it a 6 out of 10. I loved Affleck.
Oh, you sunk your review, didn't you?
Yeah, it was 7, then it dropped after thinking about it more. I loved Affleck. I loved Lex.
No, keep this in mind. 6 out of 10 isn't bad.
It's not bad.
It's okay.
It's entertaining.
It's okay.
But is it a good movie? No.
No.
But we'll talk more about that. 6 out of 10. Loved Affleck. Definitely one of the best Batmen we've gotten. Lex, I loved his performance, but it wasn't a good Lex. But the performance was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And everything else, spoiler section.
Can we just talk about the fact that Civil War is going to be so much better than Batman?
But yeah, but I was like, I knew that going in. It's just
Yeah.
like, all right, well, I'm going to get a much better film in 2 months.
Here's the thing about Marvel, is that they're reliably okay.
At least.
I always
At
go
least,
in
yeah.
expecting a good movie, and
I never,
normally
but
get
see,
and their big films are always good.
Yeah, here's the thing. I never go. Well, I didn't like Avengers 2.
And I don't understand why.
I didn't need
It was okay.
it wasn't...
I think I like Guardians more than Avengers 2. I think I like Guardians more than both the Avengers.
I do.
Because here's the thing. I was okay. I know we're going off track here, but we're comparing them, so it's okay. It kind of revolves around it. But I go into Marvel movies and saying, okay, this is gonna be a good. I know I'm going to be able to go and enjoy this.
Yeah.
Oh, with DC,
But
it was
it's-
like, we don't know.
We never know what you're gonna get from
It's a
DC.
mystery.
Like you're either gonna get Amazing Dark Knight or you're gonna get Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
But
Alright.
why that?
No?
Da-
No? Done?
Okay. I was delightfully surprised when I went to Guardians because that was something different.
I was very surprised.
Totally big, you know. So that was like a great instead of
That was
good.
like the film
It was
that
fun.
people were like, I don't even know what this is, and then they went to it and they're like, oh crap, this is really good.
Yeah.
I hope Suicide Squad is that for the DC universe.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know half these villains, but I'm going to have a good time.
Can we talk about one Easter egg that was in Batman vs Superman that people didn't notice?
Shoot.
Which one?
In the old photo with Wonder Woman when they were looking back at the files,
Hmm?
Chris Pine was in there.
I saw that.
Who's Chris Pine?
Captain Kirk in the new Star Trek.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright.
and he's been rumored. They were rumoring him for a while to play Green Lantern. Actually, but they haven't announced a Green Lantern.
Can we bring back Ryan Reynolds? for
No.
Green Lantern?
This is Ben! The first section.
Alright, we're gonna go to spoilers.
Audio sync.
Oh, actually, when he claps, do that. It's perfect.
Okay, and we're back with the spoiler section.
Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the spoiler section. This is the spoiler section.
Click off
Spoiler,
if you haven't
spoiler,
seen.
spoiler section.
If you have not seen Batman vs Superman and you would like to, click off the video now,
Okay.
but
Or
skip
if
to
you,
the end.
if you like to be spoiled and that's just your thing,
This is
stick
your
around.
final warning. Anthony, raise your hand, and then once you lower it, we are in the spoiler section.
3.
Superman died. He's dead.
I guess let's start with that. So yes, they killed off Superman.
No, they didn't.
Shut up.
They
He's
did,
coming
though.
back.
He is gonna come back.
No, yeah, but like, did you see like at the?
So this is what I was talking about. If you watch the non-spoiler section, I said they did something really, really edgy and really cool, and it was like they were like, "Oh man, I can't believe they're actually doing this," and then they pulled out the last second.
Yeah, it was so
That was
dumb.
the death of Superman. So they like this whole thing. They did his funeral. It was like it's exactly how it was like panel to panel. in
It
the
was
comics.
yeah. It
Right.
was,
exactly how he.
And
died.
then she like just Amy Adams with her crappy performance, she like throws dirt onto it, and then
She's
the
like,
last shot
He's dead.
is like
And
yeah,
then
and
it
then it's
just
like the
goes-
camera just like goes down, and then you just see the dirt go. And I was like, oh my,
yeah. It's like it's,
what was the point of that?
seriously. I was watching him like that's actually a great. That's like. Wow, they're actually doing it. They're actually going through with it. And then I saw the dirt go off. It's like, no! Why would you go pull back at the last minute?
And the fact
Very
that they
mad.
killed him off in the first place, like I was not attached to
Oh, yeah.
Superman's character at all.
I
It
was.
wasn't the fact that Henry Cavill was a bad actor.
'Cause he's really good.
He's a good
Yeah.
actor.
He
Yeah.
was fine in Man of Steel.
Right, it wasn't that. It was the fact that it was really poor writing.
Yeah, the writing, he spoke in like 4-word sentences.
It was really bad.
The thing that killed this movie was the writing and the editing.
I understand why Ben Affleck rewrote, like, the only reason that we can agree that we all love Ben Affleck is because he rewrote his lines.
Well, that's rumored. He like denied it, but we're
he
pretty
did
sure
it.
he
He
did.
did.
He's a really gifted writer.
Yeah.
I mean, Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Good one.
He wrote himself in Good Will Hunting like a 7-minute monologue.
Oh really?
Yeah, you not watch Good Will Hunting?
Oh.
It's not your fault.
I thought you were gonna hit me.
It's not your fault.
I was
Oh,
about to.
we'll watch it.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, I mean, this.
It's not your fault. Yeah, all you people who've seen the movie really appreciate it. It's not your fault.
None of them have seen
not your-
this. Stop.
Fine.
But seriously, though,
That's
he-
kind of for Aaron.
I mean, like, he's written like Gone Girl, Argo.
You wrote Gone Girl?
Yeah, Gone Girl.
What?
He was a
Okay.
part of that.
All right, well, let's start at the
No, that-
beginning of the movie with
Yeah.
our complaints, and right off the bat, this stupid Jeep Renegade.
Hold on, can we actually start before that? Why do we have to show Bruce Wayne's parents' death again? I've seen this.
Oh yeah, we've seen this origin story like.
I like the way they did it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This was like one of the better ways like they've done it, but I don't have to see it like a 1,000 times.
I don't care.
I know how it goes.
I don't care how different the pearls are. Okay, the pearls are dropping on the ground. We get it. The mom's dead, Martha.
And you know, I was thinking about that. How close was he pointing the gun? Because like the necklace got like tangled like in the gun. I'm just like is it like this? It's like how close is he?
And then like you couldn't see your chin. It's like
my favorite part about
that must have been a really long necklace. The necklace must have been that long. It must have stretched out like this far.
My favorite part was how when Thomas Wayne sees the mugger, his reaction is to punch the guy with the gun. He's like, oh, like that's gonna do something. Like,
good job, Negan.
God.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, that's going to be Negan and Maggie. Walking Dead's tonight. We're going to talk about it next week, or maybe during the week.
Yeah, well, we'll post a reaction video from the finale, and we'll talk about the entire season in like the middle of the week.
Yeah, sorry, just a little like.
Austin will be there because he doesn't care about it.
I don't.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But anyways.
Back to that Renegade thing.
Okay, so the stupid Jeep Renegade. Okay, so I was watching this review from this guy named CinemaSins Jeremy, and his problem with it was the fact that Bruce Wayne would not be driving around a freaking Jeep, right?
In the first place, yeah.
Yeah, why would he be driving around a Jeep? Like, seriously, okay? And the next thing is that with the timeline of Batman vs. Superman, the Batman vs. Superman, the movie itself, takes place before this vehicle even came out, let alone the 18 months they jumped backwards to show the building collapsing again. So he was literally, the timeline was off. Like, I don't know what upsets me more, the fact that he was driving a Jeep in the first place. Like, Bruce Wayne driving a Jeep. Like, at least give him a Cadillac or something if you're gonna have product placement.
They basically just showed the Renegade commercial. They're like, all right, guys, we gotta put this in the movie.
Oh yeah, because I've seen.
So...
Have you guys seen the commercial for the Jeep? It's like
yeah,
every hero needs a villain.
It was literally the same. It was like when he was like. The camera was like overhead, and it was like the Jeep like driving through everything. It was literally that exact
thing.
That's the
Jeep one, and then they had a Dodge one, and it was like every hero needs a villain, so you should drive like one. It was like Dodge Challenger. And I was like, what is this?
What is happening?
Product placement is awful.
It's getting out of hand.
Yeah. Okay.
It was pretty
so
bad.
then let's move on to the next thing that happened. So for some odd reason, while Bruce Wayne is driving around, through the entire city, he somehow comes to the spot where the Wayne symbol comes flying down right in front of him, conveniently, so he can see his employee, who's a real.
He's not good.
I don't like that employee.
He's not good.
I mean, really blew himself up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was so stupid.
That was
okay, so anyways,
Almost.
he just conveniently gets placed there so he can be like, oh crap, my building just collapsed. And then another building collapsed, right? And then the dust is coming towards him, and instead of running like any other common human being, it's like, oh, cinematic moment. Walks into it. Hey! Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was a cool shot though. When there was like the smoke, and then it was like him running into it to get the girl. That was a cool shot.
That was cool.
I'm just like that's something that Bruce Wayne would do. But then like everything else around it was stupid, and especially with that sign thing, it's just like, oh, I couldn't have figured out what building that was. Oh, I couldn't have figured out who the human being is. I guess Zack Snyder has to shove it in my face.
Huh. It's almost like he used the navigation system within the new Jeep Renegade.
Alright, let's refocus a little bit. Let's talk about some other problems we had in the movie.
The Jolly Rancher placement.
Oh yeah,
I'm just kidding. That was my favorite product placement.
It's cherry. Come on. Oh, like shoveling his belly.
That was my favorite product placement in any movie ever. He literally just like took it out of the wrapper and he's like, it's cherry. It's cherry. And then he just like shoves it into his mouth.
I was just like.
That was just.
I was in disbelief for like 5 minutes. I was like, did that just happen? Did Lex Luthor just do that?
It's tasty, right? Yeah.
My favorite part is when he walked into the old ship, and then it's at 35%. Would you like to take control? And even he doesn't know if he wants to take control of the stupid ship.
I don't know. Do I?
He's like, I mean, yeah, why not?
Speaking of Lex Luthor, I loved when he was when he had to get get into the ship, he had to use the hand or whatever. I like how instead of any common human being that would just cut off the hand and place it on the hand, no, he had to cut off the little fingertips of everyone and place it on his hand.
It's I gotta keep this classy.
His skins are top small layer of fingerprint and then puts it on.
What is wrong with you?
Just take his hand.
I wonder if it's because he didn't want Doomsday to have just one hand. I guess he didn't know he was going to be making them in the first place.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh.
Alright, so let's talk about some other problems. I had a big, giant problem with a lot of the characters in this movie. I did not like Lex Luthor at all.
I mean,
he was funny, but that's not what Lex Luthor should be.
No.
Alright, also, I'm going to ask you a question, Joey, and I bet you can't answer it. Why? Why was Lex Luthor doing what he was doing? What was his motivation?
What do you mean? What is his motivation?
What's Lex Luthor's motivation? Why was he doing what he was doing?
Because
Yeah, he doesn't like Superman.
Why?
No. I know this. Well, I know I had like a
Well, it wasn't
reasonable
explained
answer.
in the movie.
Exactly.
Well, no, it kind of was. It was just really cryptic. It's basically just like Lex Luthor hates God, and Superman's the closest thing to God.
Yeah.
So he's an atheist?
Kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's basically like...
So an awkward hipster atheist with an agenda is the main bad guy of this movie.
Okay, so this is my thing, okay? And Austin and I were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, we were.
And I don't know if this is a lot of people's problem with it. I think a lot of people's problem with Lex is, and it will probably be a lot of people's problem with Jared Leto too, if we're being honest, is the fact that they're not playing the common comic book version of them, because in the comic books they are older characters and they're more mature. I feel like Jesse Eisenberg played the character correctly for how young he is. And I feel like now, because at the end of the movie he's in jail, I feel like after all of that, yeah,
It'll be hard.
I feel like after that, because he's going to be older and he's going to be more, the Lex that you're used to.
He's not gonna be that older though. He's gonna be like.
I know, but after spending the time in jail and now he's bald and stuff, blah 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 blah. But after those experiences, I feel like I don't know how far in the future Justice League is going to take. It's got to be at least a couple years, right? So a couple years in jail, and then he has to get broken out. But I feel like that's why I liked Jesse Eisenberg and the way he played Lex Luthor. And I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. But I feel like a lot of people are going to have the same problem with Jared Leto if they're having problems with Jesse Eisenberg, because they're playing younger versions of the character.
Well, here's the thing. It's like...
Here's the thing about Jared Leto. He's still staying true to who the Joker is.
Exactly. It's like, that's still like... From what we've seen of Jared Leto, it's like, okay, that is a Joker. He may not look like him exactly, but he still has the spirit of the character. And you see, I can understand...
This is something totally different.
I can understand why everyone's getting mad at Lex Luthor, okay? How many interpretations of the Joker do we have? We have we have this godlike Joker Ledger, okay? We don't have
Hamill.
Whatever. No, for live action we have
Ledger.
Ledger.
All right.
I put Ledger above Hamill.
And for Lex
What?
Luthor...
Wait, hold on. What?
Wait, did you say you put Ledger above Hamill? Well, you're wrong. Okay, well...
Yeah, you're wrong.
You're wrong. Alright, anyways, we don't have, like, that amazing performance for Lex Luthor.
We've never had one.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just like, we want one. It's just like, and that's why everyone wanted Cranston. It was like, that would have been like...
It would have been perfect.
But they're going to
casting.
be younger. Okay, this is my theory, and we'll come back to this on Piglet Posse Media 2 years down the road, okay?
Okay.
I feel like after Justice League and after all of the prequel films, we will love a lot of characters more.
Maybe.
I feel like we will love Lex Luthor more once we see where he goes.
I feel like he'll be okay.
I loved his performance. It just wasn't a good Lex Luthor performance, but it was a fun and entertaining.
Well, no, I honestly feel like he's going to be a good Lex Luthor. They were just I think
he looked good. I'll give him that.
Right. I think the problem is that they picked too early to have a Lex Luthor. Because he's probably like 17 years old. He was a spoiled guy whose dad died or whatever, and now he's rich.
Yeah.
That is exactly how a 17-year-old would act, and that's why people are having problems with it, because in the comic books, that's not what you see.
No.
You see the 35-year-old entrepreneur that's got this big suit and stuff, and, has been head of this company, and he's been hardened. That's what I think. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but at this point in time, I don't want to be too hard on characters that might be, like, developed more down the road to more what people are accustomed to.
Well, if you're right, that'd be great, but otherwise...
Otherwise, yeah, but I'm still holding out hope. I want to... with this DC universe, I want to have hope.
I mean, I have hope.
And I also feel like Batman vs. Superman in general, I was telling Austin about this too, I feel like after we see a lot of the prequel movies, Batman vs. Superman will be better received. I don't think it should have come first.
I just missed the day.
I think the Batman standalone film, the prequel, should have come first.
That I agree with
I think it should have been that.
It should have been
and then if Suicide Squad comes before Batman vs. Superman, it should have been the Batman solo film. Then it should have been Suicide Squad. Then it should have been Batman vs. Superman.
And then Justice League.
And then Justice League.
See, the thing is...
And then after Justice League, then you can have all your solo films.
Yeah, all your
Wonder Woman and
well,
Cyborgs.
Well, here's the thing. I just miss the days where we could have, like, one good solo film. Because, like, now every superhero movie is focused on setting up a world. It's just like, the Avengers ruined it. It's like, now, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 had the same problem. It's just like, okay, now we need to set up Sinister Six. Now we need to set up Spider-Man 3, Spider-Gwen, this Aunt May movie. This movie has the same problem. It wants to do so many things. It wants to be a Batman vs. Superman film. It wants to be a Justice League setup movie. It wants to be a Dark Knight Returns movie. It wants to be a Death of Superman movie. It needs to pick one thing, do that one thing, and do it really well. Don't cram in all this other stuff.
And also, because they're trying to do all that much stuff, the pacing was awful.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like, I just like, that's why Deadpool is so great, because it works on being a great movie first, and then maybe down the line for sequels.
Literally, my dad walked out for like the first like half an hour, for 20 minutes. He just ate the popcorn, like, oh, I'm just gonna get more popcorn. And he was just gone. Because he just didn't care. The first 30 minutes just didn't need to exist. The first 30 minutes was so slow.
Yeah.
And so boring.
Okay, can we talk about the files? The files for each of the members of the Justice League and how it was brought about. I actually liked it. I know you didn't.
They could have done better.
Oh, how?
Definitely.
Well,
How could they? How could they have introduced it? They had to though. They had to.
We really didn't.
But they had to because of the Justice League film.
We really
they had to show something, and they already had promised it. So since they'd already promised it, what better way could they have put it in the movie? They couldn't.
An email.
It was
An email
from Lex Luthor. Have you thought about this in depth though?
No.
He got this file from Lex Luthor, meaning Lex Luthor already knows about 4 members of the Justice League.
An email. I would have been happy if there's this cool scene where Batman breaks in and he's on the computer and he's looking through files.
That would have been cool.
That is what
No, it
happened.
wasn't. Oh,
He stole the files and then he took it back to the Batcave and then he was looking at it and then he sent it to Wonder Woman after he had looked at it.
That party was boring. That whole scene was boring.
Well, we saw that in the trailer. That party was in the trailer.
That was so good, though. Can we talk about Lex Luthor's speech at
I
that
love
party?
bringing people
It
together.
was so good. When he was just up there and he was and then he got distracted and he was like, well,
So you know who else?
have fun, everyone.
You know
I was
who
like,
else?
that was great.
You know who else Lex Luthor reminded me of? Christian Bale from The Big Short.
You reminded me of Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, it's just
I don't know.
I love bringing people together. Do not get in a fight with this person. That still was just as bad as it
Have you
was in
seen
the
that
trailer.
deleted scene with Jimmy Fallon?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god. Or no, it wasn't Jimmy Fallon, it was Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, one of them.
And Jimmy Kimmel comes in and he's like, you're Superman, aren't you? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because it's that same scene where they're talking and stuff, and it's like, so, how do you feel about this Bat Vigilante? And he comes in, he's like, you're Superman, aren't you? And then he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, no, you're totally Superman. He's like, hold on. Hi, Bruce Wayne, just 1 second. And takes off the glasses, and he's like, look! And then Ben Affleck's like, he's like, this is Superman. And then he's like, but I don't know. And he has Jimmy Kimmel has a book. Or no, yeah, he's like, oh, I need to get a picture. So he grabs his phone and then comes back and he's like, here, will you take our picture, Bruce? So then Bruce holds the phone up to right here and he's like, wait a second. And he grabs the phone and he holds it up. He's like,
That sounds awesome.
you're Batman! And then Lex walks in and is like, oh, hello! I love bringing people together! And then he's like, did you know that Superman and Batman were at your party? And he looks at me, he's like, I feel like a total idiot. He was like, I don't know how I didn't see this sooner.
Was it actually just Eisenberg and Ben?
Yeah, and then then they're like, okay, we're kind of in the middle of something. He's like, all right, sorry. So you hear Jimmy Kimmel in the background. He's like, yeah, Batman and Superman are at this party. And they're just like, it was good.
I will admit, my
It was
favorite.
the best.
I like how that gets into the spoiler discussion.
I know.
I will. That party scene did have my favorite line though.
Yeah.
It was also in the trailer, but it was Batman's like, "Yeah, I'm just sick of all these. I'm just sick of dealing with people dressing like clowns." I'm just like, that's my main man right there.
I hate
That's
that line.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm
Can
just
we talk about the fact that they?
That's one of the lines that Ben Affleck didn't rewrite.
Well, no. Can we talk
It was
about?
good though.
Can we just briefly talk about the fact that they didn't show off anything about what happened with Robin?
Oh, here's the other thing.
But
So
they decided to keep it in the movie
Yes.
with
What
the
happens,
suit.
what happens is that this movie relies too much on everyone who watches to know about the comics.
And
Everyone knows what happens.
they're relying too much on future films.
If you
That
want,
too.
if you want a movie that's solely adaptation for the comics, that is
Like
that
I
is
feel like
exactly
Zack
panel for
Snyder's really
panel.
good at that.
I
That's
feel
a
like
lot
if
of
you're
it.
a comic book freak, then this movie was really good.
Yeah.
That's what
Greg
with
Miller
the Angry Joe
Mhm.
and Greg Miller and Kevin Smith, because he the first time Kevin Smith went and
Smith
saw
hated
it, he hated it the first time, and then he went back and saw it again. And apparently, if you see this movie a second time, it changes your opinion dramatically.
I just don't want to watch 2.5 hours of it again.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was too long.
I don't know.
Seriously, and like we're getting a 3-hour version of this.
And there's some scenes that didn't need to be. Oh, also, there's one thing I do want to talk about, and I appreciate.
Okay.
Batman straight up murders, man.
Yeah,
He just-
it was
oh,
so
God.
cool.
It was pretty cool to see.
I like when he just like grabs people and like the gun just points and like just like.
In the dream? Or no? At the end.
At the end, when he just
yeah.
like points.
Oh yeah, when he like grabs the knife and just like stabs the dude, and I was like, oh, so Batman kills him.
I guess I'm throwing Batman's morals out the window.
Let's
this
talk
time.
about-
No,
That's fine.
don't you even. This is so stupid. Okay,
Well, here's
because there's all these.
why.
Well, there's all these dumb people out there, and they're like, oh my gosh, Batman all of a sudden kills now, and it's like this is. It'll be explained in the prequel.
Yeah, I mean, I
It
understand
doesn't
why.
explain.
But
It's
here's
just- we
weird.
all know he was fine
It's a
until
spoiler-
Robin died.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
When Robin dies,
And
it's
then
a
he
big
just
deal.
goes off the wall. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't care.
I
anymore.
I understand that, and I understood that going in. It's just like it's so weird. It's just like seeing like this guy, because like I've seen like he's been set up so many ways, the same way. He doesn't kill. He doesn't kill.
I like it though.
But you see, here's the thing.
He doesn't go, here's the thing I appreciate. He doesn't go out of his way to kill. He just cares less.
Right.
Well, my father and I were talking about this, and here's the thing: every time Batman kills in a comic, they talk about it. They talk about what he did and why he did it.
Yeah, they didn't even mention it.
They didn't even like. It was just like it wasn't a second thought here.
But like I said, because it'll be explained in the prequel.
Yeah, but
That's why there should have been films before this.
But
Yeah.
speaking of killing, though, can we talk about that awesome Batman scene that was just straight out of Arkham City at the end?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, it was totally like Arkham-esque, where he's just like kicking everyone's
So
butt.
basically, this Batman fights a lot. They took a lot of inspiration from the video games and
Oh my
his
God.
fighting.
I
style.
appreciated it
Yeah.
so much.
And then
It's like you see him like running and like just slamming people on the tables.
That's
Like
so
he's very
cool.
agile and very fast.
It was more like Batman.
But he doesn't fight like a ninja either. He's more like a street fighter.
Right.
But
But it's just like Batman.
yeah.
And then in that same scene, that line when he's like talking to like Superman's mom, and it's just like, "Are you like I'm a friend of your son's?" Like I could tell because of the cape. That was like,
Oh yeah.
That was good.
That was a good joke.
Okay, alright, so we've got two more things
All
to
right,
talk about.
So
before
here's
we
one thing I
stop
want to talk about. So another good part about the movie was the Batman vs Superman fight, which by the way, Batman won. So
Yeah.
now it's even again. Batman and Superman won because they fought a lot of
this.
times.
Okay, but can we talk about why this fight ended badly?
Anthony,
All right, so
Okay,
here's
this
the-
is-
so
this is-
talk about
here's the
this.
thing. It was a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
But I was trying to explain it to somebody, and I can't resist laughing because the ending of the fight, Batman wins, and he has this spear of kryptonite into his throat, and then all you hear is Superman go Martha, and Batman like, why you say that? Why you say that name, Martha? Why you say that name?
And then
No!
Amy Adams comes out and we're just like, it's his mom's name!
Actually, wait, let's do this together. It's like, here, you be Superman.
Martha,
What you say that?
Martha,
Doesn't
Martha,
say the name!
Martha.
Oh, it's his mother's name! Okay, here, can I talk about my rant on why?
Oh, let's be friends.
Can we talk about
Why?
this?
It's exactly what happened at the
because
end of that
exactly-
fight.
This is my
happens.
problem with this, okay? So, we all have moms, right?
Yeah.
If we were about to die, would we scream mom? Or would we scream their actual name, which we never call them ever?
Stacy.
Donna!
Amy! And, like, you wouldn't scream that. That's so stupid. You'd scream mom. And then,
Wait, dude, our moms have the same name? That's crazy! High five! Friends!
Twinsies!
It's like
He's like, no, another Martha is not going to
I'm
die.
actually feel confident saying it. That was the worst part of that movie. Is when that
Yeah, I
happened.
know. But it was such a great fight, though. It was really well
It was
thought
so
out.
cool, and then
Okay.
that happened.
And then the other thing that was bad that I wanted to talk about real quick. So, the main problem that people had with Man of Steel in Zack Snyder's direction is that there were a lot of fatalities
Yeah.
in that movie because of the cities. So they went out of their way to put in this news reporter going, for some strange reason, the central part of the city is abandoned. And then right after that, it cuts to Doomsday going, boom! And
Oh
just
my God.
exploding the entire city.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
And then like they're at the docks again. It's like, wait, we're doing this at the docks. Don't worry, it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just made sure that like the
Yeah.
news anchor came in and was like,
so
"Don't
bad.
worry."
I like
Nobody
how they-
here. This is an example of a director getting so salty that he goes out of his way to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what they did is like the whole reason that this movie exists is because of all the destruction that was in Man of Steel.
Right.
So they went and like solved all those problems for the first half an hour of that movie, and it was really boring. Just so they could go and destroy all the freaking structures again.
But this time there wasn't people in
But
it
this time
because
it
Zack
wasn't-
Snyder was
it
all
was
like
so-
salty about it.
So is there like a? So they're gonna have like just a Man of Steel 2, Superman rebuilds the city, like.
It's so bad.
And that's where we're
It's
going
just-
to end this.
But yeah,
Don't
so
worry, guys. It's banned.
So
It's like-
overall, this wasn't a
It
bad
was-
movie.
it was
It was
fun to watch. Not a
entertaining.
great movie.
I'm not gonna go see it again.
I'll wait for it to come on DVD.
Yeah,
If
I'll
you
buy
if
it.
you if you want to get if you want to just like if you have nothing to do in an afternoon,
Then it's
you
worth
want
it.
to eat some popcorn.
Get a
It's a matinee.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't go in expecting a good plot here. There's some fantastic performances.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Jesse Eisenberg was a great performer.
Ben,
Yeah,
I think the movie's worth it alone just for Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I was ready to run in there with like IMAX 3D and be like super excited, and then my friend was like, "It's not worth it. Don't go.
It's not.
Just go see it in regular, just real D.
Exactly.
Not even 3D, just regular.
I just saw it regular. I didn't want to spend money.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this has been the spoiler section of our Batman
Alright.
vs Superman talk. Please, like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Keep
Comment.
an eye out for that video that's coming out this week.
Oh yeah, about The Walking Dead. Comment on this video if you have any questions for us, now that it's just more chill. Any questions that you ask, we will answer. You can ask them in the comments of this video. You can ask us on Twitter, Facebook. You can DM any of us if you happen to be friends with us.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Yeah.
That's
We'll answer your questions. Stay tuned for the music video because it's going to be top this week. But
That'd be great.
I have been Joseph Inghaus, the Gangster Piggy,
I've been Anthony, the Savvy Piggy.
And I was Austin the Bum Piggy.
and this has been the Pork Podcast, episode 12. We'll catch
Lucky
you guys.
number. That's my lucky number.
Oh, we'll catch you guys next week.
Martha. Yo. Okay. All right. I'm gonna start the song in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Here we go.
Give me permission, make it my business, cause of the man's lyrics.
Cause it's my business, start what I finish.
Don't need no hold up, taking control of this kind of moment.
I'm locked and loaded, completely focused. My mind is open.
All that you got,
See my skin, oh my god, don't you stop. Something about you makes me feel like a dangerous woman. Something about you makes me want to do things that I shouldn't. Something about